Hey, welcome to PQF Academy. Before we get started, I just want to say a couple of things. About 2 years ago on this channel, I had made a video, a tutorial video on how to make a actually how to sew. It helps you show you how to set up the sewing machine and everything of that nature. What I'm about to start doing now is going to be a semi-intermediate type thing. What we're about to do on this channel. If you're a beginner, you still can, as long as you know how to set up your sewing machine and you know just the small basics of sewing. But if you don't, you can go ahead and go back. That link will be in the description below, where you can actually go watch that video. But what we're going to do on this channel is I'm going to show you how to make handbags. We're going to start out with a basic pattern. There was a pattern I used to call one pattern, 5 bags. But when I actually started to break it down, I started to realize that with this pattern, you can make an endless amount of bags. Endless amount. And that's what we're going to do. Every single Monday, I will be dropping a video showing you how to make the pattern. And then that Thursday, so you'll have enough time to get the materials you need, because that would be after every video. I'm going to tell you what the materials you're going to need to be able to make that bag. So every Thursday, I will drop that video, so we can be able to sew along and make this bag. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so with the pattern, this is going to be the first bag that we're going to make. It's crossbody tote bag, or however you want to call it. I like to call it a crossbody bag, but this is going to be the first bag we're going to make. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Now, what you're going to need is a pair of scissors, a pen, a ruler, and some paper to make your pattern with. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with making the pattern itself. Me personally, the reason why I like cardboard or poster board paper, because it already comes with a straight edge. So I typically just go ahead and just use one of the edges as one of the marking points. This bag, with this pattern, you can make it as big as you want, as wide as you want, whatever you're deciding to make. So with this particular pattern, I want to make it 15 by 15. Okay. Once you start to sew it in and things of that nature, it does go back. That goes down to about 14 inches, 15 inches, 15 by 15 kind of, because of the things of that nature. So you don't really too much have to worry about a big seam allowance when you're actually looking and doing this bag, unless you want particular type sizes. Then you can go into all of that. But so, like I said, I'm gonna make this 15 by 15. I'm gonna line my ruler up. All right, and just draw. I'm just really honestly making one big box. That's it. One big box. That's it. And now that I have my box, it's just one big box. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to do something called the depth, right? We're going to put, or as some people like to call it, box corners. From what I've been told about depth is basically what you can fit into the bag before it starts to bulk up. Before it starts to look too bulky and things of that nature, it helps be able to stretch the bag out a little bit better and a little bit more. So that's what I've been told about depth. I may be 100% wrong, but once again, this is what I've been told. So I'm doing 3. I want my depth to be 3 inches. So I'm going to put here, I'm going to draw, see, 3 inches here, and then at the bottom here, 3 inches, and just draw. Oops. And just draw it again. And then if I do it on this side, I got to do it on the other side. Once again, 3 inches. All right, 3 inches. Now, when I cut this out, I'm going to cut this part out. I'm going to show you when we get to it, when we go to cut it out, where I'm going to cut this out, only having this stay. And then I'm going to cut all the way around. Another thing that we have to do, we have to draw the strap. Now, depending on how thick you want your strap to be, I'm going to want mine about 3 1/4. But say, for instance, if you want a 1-inch strap or a 2-inch strap, what you're going to do, especially if it's going to be wide, because with this bag, what we're going to do when it comes to straps, we're going to fold them over each other, and I'm going to show you. We're going to fold it over each other, and I'll show you what that is and what that looks like. But if you want the finished product to be at least If you want the finished product to be at least, like I said, 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches. So what you'll do is you'll do 1 times 4. So that's how wide you would make this. Me personally, I want mine to be at least 3 3¼ So I'm gonna do 3 1/4 times 4, which would get me my finished product, would get me my 3 1/4 basically. So now the length of it is typically anywhere from 45 to 60, depending on how tall the person is, how short the person is. Me personally, just for a general rule of thumb, I like to make mine at least 50, because that gives me right in between, kind of. Gives me that right in between mark. For me, it does. So when someone's bigger, someone's taller, it actually kind of fits the same. It actually kind of fits the same. So what we're going to do, so I know 50. So what I have to do, I don't have to, when I'm drawing this pattern, I don't have to go all the way to 50. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 25, right? I'm going to make mine 25. But the reason why I'm going to make it 25 is because I'm going to do what we call on the fold. Now, what I'm going to do is turn my pattern around, because as you've seen, that wasn't long enough. And now you can also, with the top of this, also use that as a guideline to where basically when you go to cut it out, you don't have to, you can cut this out at the same time. Basically cut the pattern out at the same time. So I know that I want to do 25. So my ruler only goes to 23. So I know I need 2 more inches at least, right? So I'm going to put my 1 here, flip it to where I have 1 inch here. Everything is good. Everything's lined up. Like I said, I want mine to be at least 3 1/4. So 0.75 times 4 is 4 inches. I'm a little over. So now, hey, I'm going to go over here. So because I want to use that corner. So that means that I'm not going to get this right here. But if you wanted to, you can possibly try to get that. But hey, 4 inches here. I'm just going to draw my line. Like I said, my ruler only goes up to 23. So my line has been drawn. Now what I'm going to do again is go up and draw my last 2 inches. I know you guys can't see that right now. Draw my last 2 inches. Boom, I have it. Then I'm going to close it up here. Then I'm going to close it up. All right, now it's closed up. So I got my pattern together. All right. All right. Now that we have our pattern cut out. So this is how your main bag pattern should look. It should look just like that. Remember, we cut out those. This is where the depth is, so we cut that out right there. This is how that should look. We have our strap. Remember, we have on the fold right here, because we're gonna cut this on the fold, and we'll get there. We'll get there in time, right? And I'll let you know what that is if you don't know what that is already. Also, if you want to take it a step farther with this strap, so you'll know which strap it is, you can let yourself know. You can put up here 4 inches by, what we say, 25, 4 by 25, just for reference and things of that nature, okay? So, on our next video, what you're going to need, I always like to tell people, you're going to need SF101. This is an interfacing. I would say get about 2 yards of this. If you go to Walmart, they already have it to where it's already pre-packaged into 2 yards already. But go to Walmart. You can go to Joann Fabrics, Hobby Lobby, somewhere where they have any type of sewing material. You can get this. It probably won't be like this, but like I said, Walmart has this like this. Get about a yard of woven fabric, or cotton fabric as they would say. This right here is going to be my lining. You can actually get any color lining you want. It can be red, white, blue, whatever you want it to be, but just make sure you got 1 yard of it. Also, this right here is my exterior fabric. I also want a yard of my exterior. Now, what I would cut from this, I'm going to cut, because I want them to be unified, I'm going to cut my main bag pattern and my strap out of this. Typically, typically the length of fabric is about 52. So what you'll do is we'll get into that. We'll fold it and everything of that nature. But I have my, once again, I have my exterior, I have my lining, I have my inner facing, which is going to be ironed onto this. I also want you to have a pen, a piece of and a notebook, and also I don't have it on me, but a timer. You can have this timer as like it could be your phone or an actual timer, whatever. But one of the things I'm going to also show you on here is outside of just making the bags, I'm also going to show you how to price them and be able to sell them also. Okay, so meet me back here Thursday. Once again, like I said, every Monday and every Thursday, I will be posting the video. Monday will be the instructions on how Monday will be the instructions on the pattern that we've actually made, and Thursday will be us putting it together. So if you like what you heard so far and like what you've seen, please like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscriber notification so you'll be able to whenever I post, you'll be able to be notified when I post. Have a good one, and thank you for tuning in to PQF Academy.